That's hunting.
Oh, I started?
Yeah, you started.
No, I asked you, you didn't say anything. All right, welcome to another episode of Tuna Status, the podcast. Today with Mr.
Rex Jones.
Today we're going to be talking about cars, of how you got involved. So you've been in the car scene for over 15 years now. What
Yeah.
has been the car that stand out to you the most, or your favorite car?
The one that me and you built, the red Subi.
Yeah, that one was fun. And how did you first get involved into the car scene?
Well, very, very long time ago, your grandfather, on the day of my birth, bought a 1987 Honda Accord. And from my younger ages, he was just always the neighborhood mechanic, working on your aunt's cars, neighbors' cars, his car. I was there helping him, passing the wrenches. And, I remember going into the bathroom as a kid. We used to have this big basket of just car magazines. It was Car and Driver, Road and Track, Motor Trend, and I was just glued to reading the magazines and 0 to 60s and how it handled and things like that. And then I also kind of like fueled my passion for photography as well, which seeing all the camera angles and stuff.
That's cool. What would you say is your favorite memory in the past 15 years of being in the car scene?
Going to the events with you, honestly. Like, seeing your reaction, getting your input on what cars look, which way. Also, when we host our own events, seeing everybody get together as a family. A lot of these guys who know me don't see me without you.
Yeah.
So when they come to the events, it's just like family catching up between Geeky and JC and, all the other guys. It's just extended into family throughout this car scene. So it's a lot of great memories with family. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was one car show we had at Photo Ruckers. I forgot what the car was, but it blew a big crater into the ground. It was you versus this one car.
Yeah, it was me versus an Acura Integra. That was our exhaust competition. What we used to do every year was we would let the guys battle it out. And my Subaru's been pretty loud. Not as loud as the red one,
That red
but
one was crazy.
the green one, I lined up with the winner, and me and him went head to head. And I remember that year that I actually, my motor was actually blown, but I drove the car to the event like that.
Oh, wow.
And then I was just like, you know what, my motor's blown already. Let's just go at it. So I actually went into the exhaust competition against him. And he went so hard, he blew a hole through the pavement.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. That
Yeah.
was crazy. So most people know you for having the green Subaru. What's something you would like more people to know about you?
To be honest, because you are an extension of me, and it's more than just cars. The Subarus and all the other cars that I've owned, between the Acuras and the Hondas and everything else like that. Like they're just items that I've collected over the years. But at the end of the day, you're more the extension through me, and the memories that we shared with it. I want them to know your story more.
That's cool.
Beyond just the cars.
Yeah. So we have obviously known you've seen the green, not the green M3, but the green Subaru, the M3. Mm-hmm. How many cars have you had in total since you've been in the car scene?
Oh my God. Cars that I kept or cars that I worked on?
Cars that you've kept and you brought to shows.
Oh, then probably that's in the 10 to 12 range.
That's a lot of cars.
Yeah, I've had a lot of cars.
So out of those 15 cars, which car has been your favorite build?
The red Subi.
The red one?
The red Subi. Honestly, that was the car that I should have never let go. It was a passion project. Me and you put a lot of time into it. but I'm looking to see what the M3 does, because with the next phase, going to be working on that. But I think the green Subi is going to be the next iteration of what the red Subi was, because me and you will be working on that together. So we'll see what it's like. But right now, that red Subi was definitely it.
What made that car stand out from all the others, other than me working on it?
Oh, it was fast.
Yeah, I definitely do remember that.
That car was fast as hell. It was just me and Duran that only had the red STIs at the time that was outside. And yeah, it was the beginning of the stance / hella flush phase. Cars weren't really lowered with wide wheels like that at that point in time. So the few of us that were pivotal, I guess, at that time in that era, we were kind of like doing it. Especially how I blended like speed with stance, because a lot of people got it messed up. There was like, oh, you got a lowered Subi on stretched tires, yada, yada, yada. All right, that's cool. But when it came to
Speed.
yeah. So
What is something you've seen changed over the years in the car scene? Like some things that you liked, and some things that you're kind of like, I don't really know if I roll with that.
what I would say, the biggest thing that I've seen change over the years in the car scene is the friendships. Friendships have evolved, friendships have changed, some friends have come and go. But the terms of the friendship have become a lot more monetary, where it's just like most people are linking up for networking and calling it friendship. It's not really, there's always something to gain. Like, people are only really messing with people to, I'll help you as my friend, but don't let that be like the sole reason why we're friends. And a lot of people got that messed up, because as soon as you tell somebody no or you stop helping, you'll see the dynamic in the relationship change.
Yeah.
So I've seen that a lot within the car scene.
In the car scene. I'm stopping. Hold on, I can't think straight. But other than that changing, what's something that you do like that you've seen change?
I like creativity coming back. Some people might gripe and say, "Oh, they're not building cars or whatever." Like, honestly, I don't care about that. Like, I don't care. The car scene will never be what it was back in our highlight years, because those were our highlight years.
Yeah.
Our experiences that we shared allowed that to be great during that time period. It can't be that, because these kids are different from us. They're growing up in a different era, didn't go through the same stuff. But I do like creativity's coming back, because for a while, I like OEM Plus. That's cool. But what is your signature touch that makes your car you? How can I see your car in the parking lot and be like, oh, I know that's his car? I like it. It's just a certain amount of effort that's coming back. And also, on the flip side of the friendship statement I just made, I've seen a lot of people actually starting to click up. There's a lot of car groups out there. Some of them I respect what they're doing. Some of them I don't, but it doesn't bother me. I don't really care. But for the most part, yeah, I like that.
When you say creativity, what are some cars locally that you've seen have like are very different? Like you've seen them with they're just different in general.
They're different. So, if I had to say a lot of cars that are doing something different, I will have to say I just caught up with a friend, longtime friend I haven't seen in years. Adams VW, he was boothing with Beast Coast, because it's very, very clean. And I can respect the simplistic. Another car that I could say that I respect for its uniqueness, I would have to say Cassie because her queue is pretty aggressive for what it is. For a long time running, I was, a fan of Derek's, but she got the one up because she stepped up with the carbon fiber on the front end. I respect it if you want, whatever, I don't care, but it's still a modification. There's a few other cars out here that I definitely do like, and it grabs my eye. I just want to see people take it to, like, they're not done yet, and it's no disrespect or slight to them, but there's a little bit more that I want to see from your car. That I think, and not to say that, oh, you have to meet my requirements, but I could see the potential in a lot of things, and that's what I do have an eye for. Their car is almost there.
What is one car you definitely do look forward to seeing at shows? Or one car that's like, you've seen at a show that just stands out to you and you want to see that at more shows?
Well, to be honest, there's one car that I actually do miss being out. Shout out to my guy, Stan. He has a Genesis that I really do respect and appreciate because there's a lot of work put into that car, a lot of customization, and I do follow, his channel. I do follow his updates when they do pop up on my feed. I like that car because it made a statement that, like, what you seen it aired out as, because he was on air, that was his ride height. Like, I drove with the guy from Mass to Connecticut, and it was at the same height. The only person that's coming close to doing that is another younger guy in the community, Saba, who's just got his car back out. I would like to see, that's one of the other cars that I've seen that is, I see the potential that's there. I would like to see him just invest a little bit more, but that's totally just up to him. Felipe's car is really nice. I can't wait for Gil to bring back out his Porsche. That's definitely one I'm looking forward to see. Let me see. My buddy Josh Gardner, he had an amazing 370Z. And another person I really respect, that I want to see more of is photographer Lee Zhang. He comes out when he comes out. When you see him, but I love his build. His build is really dope. I wish I got to see more of my guy Chino out here, but he moved to Florida. Yeah. So, he's doing his thing out there.
Good.
But, yeah.
What's one show you look forward to going to every year? One show that you think is, all right, I definitely got to take DJ with me, or I definitely got to take Aiden with me?
That's a toss-up between two events, personally. One being, I'll explain why for each. One being Tuner Evo. I like seeing the quality and how they raise the bar there. Not just as for the cars, but as an event as a whole. Those guys are definitely doing their thing. And I like the experience of doing the road trip. It's one of our longer road trips. We spent a lot of time, crack a lot of jokes. I'm up, you guys are passed out, LaShawn. We got stories for days with LaShawn. Getting to the hotel and still not being able to sleep.
Oh my gosh, we can't say too much on it. We can't expose it like that.
But, I like going out there and it's refreshing to see what the scene is like because, we have the shows out here and it's not any slight, but I see a lot of familiar faces and that's dope. But, seeing something new and seeing what the culture's like outside of Massachusetts, that's what I like out there. The second show being Summer Send-Off, I'll have to say, because it's family vibes. I've known Tony. He's been a great friend over the past few years. And meeting, his wife and his daughter and seeing somebody who's similar in the aspect of being a family man, doing this and being involved in the car scene. We can relate on some things like that. The things that come with the event, such as the cookout, that's always a family vibe. And that's just the space that I'm in, so that's why I'm really enjoying things as a father, is being with like-minded people who have children or have wives, things like that. You can relate more.
Yeah.
That's just the lane that I'm in, The other events are cool, but it's just it's just not the lane that I'm in right now.
Yeah, I would definitely say Summer Send Off and definitely Tuna Evo. Tuna Evo, definitely one of my favorite events. I'm looking forward to going to that. Also, Summer Send Off. Summer Send Off is, when we go there, it always feels like such like a vibe, you know, just like more like you said, more family type.
Yeah.
I think that's something that makes it stand out from other shows. Other
the
shows, yeah, he be killing us. It's too hot
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But other shows, you can see them. They're just like mostly just there for like the fame or just for views and stuff like that. But when it comes to Summer Send Off, yes, they have their own photographers, but it's also like there's food where you can talk and talk with other people and experience like that different type of energy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those are two very good events.
Okay.
And when it's all said and done, what's your impact? Like, what do you want your impact to be on the car scene?
My impact on the car to be, well, what do you mean, like legacy?
Yeah, legacy, something you want to like leave behind, other than me and Aiden building the other cars, but something like you want.
Besides you guys, I mean, that's my main focus. I will say that at the end of the day, we all got into this car stuff with our friends, from backyard hangs to meeting at, parking lots, and having those hard weeks. And when you're able to do those things and catch up with your friends and all that stuff like that, it kind of just makes everything else kind of like a race. And I want to be known for providing a space where you can kind of just get away from things that's happening at your job or happening at home or happening with your significant other. Just a space where you feel like, man, everything else can just dissolve and you have a moment of peace. I'm hoping I can do that with, the car events, with the podcast, with the photography, with the other media, because at the end of the day, we are a car community, and I just want to be known for providing a space within the car community where you could just kind of just let everything just even out, smooth out, and just say, it's going to be all right,
So when you say creating safe space, when will that next space be created in terms of car shows? Or is this your last year?
I'm honestly mixed because, like, been doing this car stuff for a lot of summers. And for a lot of summers, to be completely transparent, I felt like I was robbing you kids of your summers. Yes, we were sharing experiences, traveling and going to shows and this and that and whatever, but like, that's times that we could have gone fishing and, raising you to become a man, your brother, helping raise your sister to become the woman that she's going to become. And doing those things and building those memories outside of just cars, because sometimes some people get lost in,
The car scene
and that life. And there's more to life than just cars. That's why I like close friends that I talk to, and I'm always, they can tell you, I'm always saying, when you go on that trip, when you go on that vacation, the car scene is still going to be here when you get back. What allowed that reset button to really like be more prevalent was during COVID. And after COVID, going to Disney, because instead of sitting there saying, oh, you know what, I could spend X amount and focus on traveling and seeing all this car stuff, what happens if I take that same energy and invest it into you guys? And we went to Cali, had a great time. I had a $300 steak. So, but yeah, as far as events, I don't know. I don't know if I appreciate more spending time with you guys and doing the things that we're doing. And that's why I like the podcasting now, because it allows me to just record an episode real quick. We're here at the house. And I can go right back to you guys. Where's the events? I don't know. Like, I am hosting an event for August 18th, but that's because, I gave a friend a word that, hey, I'd come back and we'd do the event again. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't be doing the event if it wasn't, me keeping my word with him. but I do see that you're interested in the events and you want to play a role in it. So I don't know. We'll see if maybe next year I invest in it because we have locations. We have locations, we have vendors, we have funding, we have everything there. It's probably one of the easiest times in my life where I could just push a button and press play and have a really, really great event. But I have no motivation to push the button.
So it's gonna be the last you in the events.
Last year,
Yeah.
honestly, it could be. It could be.
I lost track of my thoughts.
Oh, man. But, I mean, how do you feel about the idea of it being one of the last years?
That's definitely gonna be sad because I remember when we was younger. I remember we used to travel everywhere to go to the car show, so I'm definitely gonna miss those memories.
Yeah.
But I could definitely understand. Yeah, we also got like you said, there's more to life than just cars, so we can definitely travel and
Yeah.
make more memories with Aiden and everybody else.
Yeah.
I also think it's a way for me and you just to like escape and have those one-on-one times. You know, it's a way
Yeah.
that we bond together
Yeah.
over cars. So that's definitely something I'm gonna miss, and I'm also looking forward to creating new memories. So, like you said, I'm kind of having mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
But one place I'm definitely gonna miss is Fuddruckers. Fuddruckers,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing memories over there.
Yeah, a lot of good times, and shout out to Adrian and her staff for always being, you know, I'm just beyond appreciative of what they've been able to allow us to do over there. From the good times, the bad times, the last minute times where they bailed us out. You know, just being able to provide a space for everybody to come out and just enjoy themselves, and then leave just as safe as they came. You know, every time. You know, because that is something as a promoter you do worry about is, hey, is everybody who came to your event going to make it home safe? And every time we never had an issue. So
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite events, if not my favorite.
what's one thing you remember from Fuddruckers besides the exhaust?
Fuddruckers, I'm gonna lie to you, food.
Oh my God, yo, typical teenager.
Food was always in good, always top tier. But other than the exhaust, I'm always never gonna forget all those crazy cars that pulled up. Because when I was younger, I was just used to seeing like regular cars, but like seeing all those different cars made me like appreciate the car scene a lot more and realize like, yo, you could really build a car and make it look good.
Yeah.
And it's more, you can get a nice car, but it's not always gonna look good. You can make a cheap car and make it look amazing, like literally one of the best cars you could ever see.
So, I mean, how do you feel about the idea of you getting the green Subi now?
I'm definitely very, very excited for that. I've honestly been thinking about keeping the green. You know I hate green, but
Everybody knows that car for that Midori green. It's the only one that was really done like that.
yeah.
So-
I want people to look at the car and be like, oh yeah, wasn't that Rex's car? Oh yeah, now it's DJ driving it. So people know I passed down. And that's definitely something I'm looking forward to building this summer. And
What do you think it's gonna be like going to our first car show together?
It's gonna be amazing. I think it's gonna be cool and be like, wait, who's driving that? He got so big.
No, yo, everybody says that now. They
Every
see
time,
you,
it's like,
and
oh
then it's
my
like,
God,
yo,
Dylan's so big. He used to be like this.
yeah. Now you're taller than JC.
100%.
You got more hair than JC.
Oh, definitely.
You know, but that's dope. You know, that's one of the other things too. Is like, you know, building these friendships with these guys. They kind of we've become family, and they become your unofficial like uncles between
Yeah.
Bree, Geeky, JC, LaShawn.
Definitely all of them.
You know, they've all watched over you and held you down. You know, if it wasn't for JC, honestly, I wouldn't be here today having this conversation with you. Because he's the one who picked me up when I needed to get that emergency surgery. Yeah, so without him, that's why, without him, I don't care what anybody says. Can't nobody tell me wrong about JC, ever. But,
Then people look at JC as like one of the uncles because it's like he's always there when it comes to like family events and stuff. We're having like a little cookout or a little get together. He's always there. I kind of do look at him as an uncle.
yeah. And then you and LaShawn, I don't know if that's uncle or older brother, man. Y'all two, Jesus Christ. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Because we could always drive to attend events and things like that. Like, I'll do that because I do have friends that are promoters and I do want to come out and show support and, for what they're doing and offer any type of support that I can as far as if I can bring people out. But as far as hosting, we'll see. Like I said, I have everything there.
You don't have the motivation yet.
It's just, on the scale of things, it's just families outweighing that. It really is. So I can't, and this is a pivotal point in your life where you're in your teenage years and then you'll be, transitioning into becoming an adult. I can't miss having the influence in that.
Yeah.
Like, if it comes to between this car shit and you, it's always going to be you first. Always. So that's just a decision that I made because, okay, as I transition out of this phase, it doesn't mean that I can't help you transition into yours. So if I pass the torch to you, just because the car stuff might be down for me and I'm dialing back, doesn't mean that you can't turn up right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes.
So once you said that, oh yeah, this might be like the end of the car phase. What's gonna be the next phase when it comes to you?
For me, I heard that. You hungry?
We don't talk about that.
Oh man. What's next for me is the podcast and honing down more on photography. Still want to do automotive, but branching out more. But I want to see really where the lens can take us. So yeah, if I might not be hosting the events, like I said, it's about the energy, If the energy isn't placed into this, it'll definitely be put into something else. So we might be traveling and going to car shows out of the States,
That's always fun to do.
Import Fest is this weekend. I thought about taking you there to Canada, but it was too last minute, and I just got back from Canada, literally this week. So I was like, I don't feel like going out there, and then me being out there, I'd have to bring the car, and I've already driven that car.
You've driven a lot this week.
This week, between Boston to New York, New York to Canada, Canada to Jersey, Jersey, back to Boston. It's a lot.
That's a lot of driving.
It's a lot of driving on that M3. Yeah, so we'll see. Right now, it's just focusing on the podcast and dropping consistent episodes. This week, I took 2 weeks off because I wanted to focus on the family, which I was really conflicted. I had episodes queued up, but I was just like, you know what? Let me hold right now and redirect the energy, and let's focus on this episode and filming this episode first, and then continuing back on the train. Plus, it felt kind of good taking a little break from things because I don't want it to pull away from things that we like. I could have been editing the podcast, but we ended up grilling at your grandmother's house in Jersey, helping your grandmother, things like that. So, but yeah, that's mainly it. Just the podcast and evolving more as a photographer, see where it can really take us as far as events and just seeing the world, honestly. Like, I got plans. I want to take you guys to Barbados. That's going to be pretty dope.
I'm excited for that. Yeah. I'm really excited for that.
Ooh, I know that microphone heard that,
No, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, bubble guts. Like, yo, you shitting over there? But yeah, it's all an investment to see how many more experiences I can share with you guys and what this can provide for us. If I get invited out to a podcast, I'm taking you with me. I mean, you're always there with me. So, if I get invited to a show, as your brother's getting older now, it'll be the three of us traveling, 100%. It's just seeing what experiences this will bring for us.
That's good. I like how you're also in the car scene, not just for the fame or the clout or whatever. You're mostly in it for family and mostly the vibes. I think that's what makes you very different and something people could admire about you. You're not just in it for the fame and the glory. You're in it for everything about it.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, that's just bullshit. It is. Like, it's... people need to relax off of what they see on the internet, because not everything is real. Like, not everything is real. And the way how you can test if it's real is check the consistency. If it's not consistent, then it should speak for itself. If it is, hey,
Yo, it's not even, I don't even know why.
are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But yeah. People need to stop putting so much weight into social media.
Yeah.
To be honest with me, a lot of the stuff that you'll see on my social media that I posted, I already drafted it up like a week before, and it's a scheduled post. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even really be on like that, except for like seeing memes and checking on the group chat with the guys. That's mainly it. I really don't care for it, unless it's business. That's the only reason why I'm on my phone, is if it's business related or if it's making me money. But that's mainly it.
Like you always say, consistency is key. So, let's go back to the car scene and just cars. What's one car that you've like seen consistently of, like someone that's always like putting good work into the car?
Someone that's always putting good work into their car.
Yo,
You're giving me a lot to edit. You know that, right? Yo, your stomach is booming right now. All right. So I would have to say Jose, because when Jose had the RS and then he had the Audi and now he has the Cadillac, that's another person. George, because I like his old school cars. He's always kept it next level. That's hard because there's a lot of cars that I like, but their level of consistency, it isn't there yet because they just bought a new car. So I have yet to see what they can produce or introduce with this car or this build. I feel like once time's given, then we'll see what's up. But there's a lot of cars that have either stayed the same or hasn't had much change, which I guess it works with the definition of consistency. But there's a couple cars in BLR that I really like. And there's a couple teams that I've been watching, and I see what they're doing, and I like what they're doing. As far as creativity and introducing like a next level with their cars, I definitely do like it. I think it's Unique Illusions. And yeah, that's mainly it.
so probably gonna be the last question, but what do you prefer, newer generation of cars or older generation?
What do you mean, like as far as new generation of owners in their cars, or?
No, just cars in general. Cause you know me, I'm more of an old school type of car guy.
What do you mean, like with the technology and stuff?
No, just regular cars. Like, what are you comparing, a new BMW to old BMW or old Subarus, new Subarus?
Oh, old school stuff all day, man. Old school stuff. I don't like all the extra computerized stuff. Like, I feel like the cars are losing a lot of their spirit and a lot of their just what makes them, the raw power and things like that. Like when I drive the car, I want to feel connected to the road, and that's what I miss most. You lose a lot of that feeling with a lot of these new cars. And even if like with the F80, that's one of the things I don't like. Like I got electronic steering dampening. Like I can make my steering wheel stiff to make it seem like I'm on a track. No, that's kind of I really don't like that. Like I hate it. I hate it every time. Like, but it's also the creature comforts of when I get in my car and I sit down, it kind of just like moves and scoots to the way I like, and then the seat warmers for my back, like, you know, so it's a double-edged sword. But I'm an old school Honda guy at heart at the end of the day, and I think I will inevitably purchase another RSX because I really do love those cars. Or NSX. But honestly, I'm probably leaning towards RSX because that's one of my favorite cars. But yeah, I like old school, man. I like the bumps and the creaking and the noises and
Me
you
too.
know the headaches. But the headaches are simple because it's just hey, you can actually just use a flathead or a Phillips to fix the issue instead of a diagnostic computer and I have to
Yeah.
read through 80 different codes. Like I really do appreciate the raw, bare bones vehicle.
I do love those type of cars too. My dream car is a E30, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of those old school ones. I love those.
yeah.
What would you say is your favorite car, like of all time, or your dream car?
My dream car? My dream car of all time is a McLaren F1 LM. I've loved that car since the first time I saw it. But that car is like 5 mil US right now.
That's a lot of money.
So if I have 5 million, it's not going to a car, it's going to you guys. But something more that I thought about along the lines, I believe I was looking at the Ferrari 318 TS. I really like those, clean, simplistic, they're cheap, very bare bones. Another car was the Lamborghini Gallardo.
It's nice. I like seeing them. You barely see them nowadays, but
No, that's a car that I personally is on my bucket list to own. But it's between that and the Ferrari. We'll see what comes if life permits. But yeah, so Gallardo but as far as favorite dream car, it's that McLaren F1 LM in the orange. Like can't have it any other color. Any other color.
you have a lot of cars with a whole bunch of different colors.
Yeah, I know.
You've had the Midori green. You've had that black one. I forgot which one that type of car that was.
This is the RSX and the Integra. I've had a bright orange on an Integra. I've had blue cars. I've had gray cars. I've had green cars. I've had
Whole rainbow at this point.
yeah. Hey yo.
No dig. No dig.
But yeah, that was mainly it. You on the spot, huh? It's not
Yeah.
as easy as it looks, huh?
It
It's
looks-
not as easy as it looks. This podcast stuff, try to keep a topic going, try to keep it smooth. It takes time, but me personally, I've always been able to talk to anybody because I'm not shy, I'm not bashful, I don't really, like at the end of the day, you eat, sleep, and shit just like I do, so it doesn't matter, so
That
it's just a matter of finding topics and things that people can relate to and speak to, and also knowing when to keep it kind of short. You don't have to go into a full 20-minute conversation. Yeah, you can, but how are these guys going to view that? How are they going to look at it? Are they going to lose interest after a little bit? Things like that. It's just, there's something for everybody to relate to at the end of the day. And you just got to find your niche while staying true to yourself. So.
It's definitely not as easy as it looks. I keep
It's all right.
keep topics flowing, but
Yeah.
trying to also have a raw conversation, so it's not scripted.
Yeah, but this is at the end of the day a conversation.
Yeah.
It doesn't and that's why I don't like being scripted, because if the questions don't flow in the direction that you want it to,
Then it's just going.
then it's just gonna drop off.
Yeah.
So, and this is why I'm able to do this in this space, because at the end of the day, I'm meeting up here with my friends. We talk anyways, and even if you're a new person, then we're gonna find a way to
Bond.
kick it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because whether kids, pets, cars, family, dogs, like whatever, there's always a way to relate.
Yeah.
But I guess we could swap. We could swap.
We gonna
So
swap? You
we're
gonna
gonna
interview
swap.
me?
All right. So now with you. Earliest memories.
Ooh. Earliest
Yeah, earliest memories of the car scene. Tell me, break it down. What do you remember about cars?
earliest memories. David Buster's.
David Buster's?
Yep. I think I was there for one of the shows. It was pretty cool. I like that night vibe. It was really cool.
A lot of cars.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely do like those night car shows. Those are always so chill and it's always
Yeah.
a different type of vibe in the day, you know?
Which one of my cars did you not like?
Oh,
You see how it goes, right?
one of the cars I didn't like. Let me see. You haven't had any of the old cars. You've only had, like cars that I can remember. You've only had four with the black one that you got in the car accident to, the green Subaru, the blue one, and the M3. I would say,
You forgetting is the RSX, which is the black one.
yeah, R6.
Then there was the black Integra. Then there was the red Subi, green Subi, blue Subi,
That's a lot of Subarus.
and then the M3.
I would just have to say the green Subi just because of the seats. The seats were uncomfortable.
You didn't like the brides?
No, you didn't either.
I know I didn't like the brides because I was the one who was always driving. So
Yeah, I was the one who was always sleeping. So
yeah. So all right.
comfort-wise, those were hurt my back.
One of your favorite shows that we've gotten to be able to go to?
One of my favorite, Summer Sendoff. That's one of the shows I always look forward to going with you every year because we always have such a great time.
Yo, they're
Tony
gonna
and them.
start thinking that Tony's paying you to
No.
say summer send off. And if that's the case, Tony, I want my cut. I want my cut. Stop playing with me unless you're paying this dude in food, which I could believe.
Yeah. Well, if it's not Summer Sendoff, then it's Tuner Evo because I love going to Philly with you guys. You and LaShawn.
Yeah,
I don't know about LaShawn sometimes, but
yeah.
definitely going with you.
I thought about it, but I was like, damn, this might be the first year that we don't go to Philly.
We have to. That's the year we go to every year.
It's a drive.
I don't have my permit yet, but once I do, we're going to be going.
Oh my God, you're not driving the F3. All right. If I talk to LaShawn and go to, you know what, let me call him right now. Let me see what he says.
We got to get two different hotel rooms, though.
Let me see. We're going to call LaShawn, and if he says we going, then we're going. And I'm going to put you on the spot right now, bro. Watch him not even answer. Let's see.
He ain't answering.
He ain't answering right now. It's 10:30 in the morning. That man probably sleep.
He ain't answering.
No, he ain't answering right now. But he probably gonna say yes. I'm not even gonna lie to you because he ain't gotta drive, bro.
Let him drive.
I don't know. He ain't driving that car. He can't even drive stick. But you know, Philly's dope. Plus, we get to catch up with your grandmother
Yeah.
and all that stuff like that. What do you want? What do you want for Tuner Status as far as the events?
As far as the events, I definitely want to be the next one. Like after you, I definitely want to be able the next one to step up and be like, all right, I definitely want to do. I definitely want to have more events. I kind of want to like compete with you and see how. All right, we've done so and so car shows that one year. I want to double that, and I definitely want to make Tuner Status bigger than it already is. Because if it's bigger than it already is, then I feel like I can do more in terms of helping the community out, bringing people from all around the world to show off their cars, or just traveling the world and showing off cars locally.
Okay. So, do you think Tuner Status should continue?
100%. Because, like you said, you want your impact, other than me and Aiden, you want your impact to be me and Aiden. So I definitely want to take care of the business with me and Aiden.
Okay.
and then I want to pass that down to Ali. Or if Ali doesn't want to be involved in it, then pass it down to Aiden. And if Aiden, then whoever is next.
So I'm just gonna be the old guy in the parking lot, just kicking
100%.
back. I'm cool with it, man. That means I get to relax and chill.
You work so hard with your new status, so
Yeah.
you definitely gotta make sure you can take those breaks, you know?
So what do you like more, going to the out-of-state shows, or do you like the shows here?
Ooh, I feel like out of state because it's longer of a drive. We talk more, we definitely relax more, and it's more of those memories, those long car rides. Those are definitely my favorite. Going with you.
Road trip food.
Yep, road trip food.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes those food stops don't be hitting, but the memories do.
Yeah. They're replacing a lot of McDonald's now. A lot of it's Chick-fil-A's on the highway now. Yeah.
We had to get a mess on the highway though.
Oh my God. If you had to rate, put you on the spot. First question of putting you on the spot. If you had to rate your favorite car scene uncle.
Is it just as soon as you say him, I gotta rank him? Or
So here we go. We got JC, Geeky, Bree, LaShawn, and let's just throw Tony in the mix.
ooh, Tony. Alright, I'm sorry for Geeky. Geeky, he's funny. Every time we go to the car show, I always see him, so I'm gonna have to put him myself number 3.
Geeky's got to be number 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
JC, number 1. Now, it's hard putting LaShawn somewhere. LaShawn, he's either gonna go 2 or 5.
Well, damn, number 5?
No, just because you get on my nerves. Like you said, you got that little brother and uncle relationship, or big brother and uncle relationship.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna hate to say this, but I gotta put him at 2. Just because he's always there. He's funny, but a little pain. And I'm missing 4 and 5.
So you have JC at number 1, LaShawn at number 2, Geeky at number 3. You have
Bree at number 4. No, LaShawn at 4, Bree at 2. Bree, I haven't seen him much, but every time we do see him, he's always funny and always making hilarious jokes. And I do love his car a lot, so.
Okay.
LaShawn gonna go number 5. Ooh, yeah, definitely LaShawn gonna go number 5. And Tony's gonna go number 4.
Damn, LaShawn came in. Yo, LaShawn gonna cut you.
His barber need to cut his hairline.
Yo, all right, we're not doing that. All right. So, how do you feel about, the aspect of me bringing up the women in the car scene?
I think that's a really good thing because I feel like women don't get as much shine as men do in the car scene. I think that's just in general because people usually look at women with like more of a leniency and don't credit them as hard as men do. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely proud and also happy to like see you bringing them up and also like sparking that change to be like, all right, we can't keep ignoring them because you see the cars at the car shows and you think, oh yeah, a man built this, but nah, it's a woman who built it and they look just as good or even better.
Yeah.
So I definitely do appreciate that. I definitely think that's cool.
All right. How do you feel about the transition from me even just doing the podcast? Because it was definitely, we didn't speak about it as much because I was kind of in limbo if I wanted to do it or not. Because to be honest, like as I was leaving the space with Tuner Status events, I've seen there's other creators in the area that were doing their own podcasts. And I didn't want it to seem like I was trying to jump on it for clout or jump on it because they're doing it and that's like the new popular. Nah, like I was just looking for a space for me to get back to the grassroots of just catching up and hanging out with friends. But how do you feel about that transition?
I think it's a cool transition because it's like you said, it's more of you to catch up and I think the main reason is to not just show people the cars, show the people behind the cars and show their message and what's the purpose of them building that car? What's just the purpose of them being in the car scene in general?
Yeah. All right. So is there anything else you want to ask?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got it all?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Definitely gonna spark some controversy, but
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I know. Between your favorite uncles and the cars and stuff like that. Yeah, man, this is a little bit different. Wanted to switch it up. We're going to get back to the swing of things. We're going to continue like it never even stopped. We just wanted to take a couple weeks off to spend time with family and the kids and really focus on stuff like that. I had a wedding that I had to shoot. Really great time. Congrats to the newlyweds. It was definitely different. You know, doing wedding photography is a completely different pressure than doing photography with cars and just people and meets and whatever. But shout out to my guy Willie from Fusion 5 Motorsports for sponsoring this podcast. Make sure you guys go give him a follow. I would tell you to go follow this young man, but he has no social media yet because we are focused on school and we don't want any distractions. So we're going to keep it strong. We'll see how the grades braid things. But yeah, in this household, we ain't playing that. But yeah, it's different. Want to shout out my special guest for coming out and interviewing me for the first time. And I get to see what it's like to be on the other side of
things.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Definitely different. But we had a little back and forth. So yeah, going back to dropping every week. See you guys. Appreciate all the love, all the support. Major things coming. Some really big special guests coming. We finally got times locked in, and I think you guys are gonna hopefully you guys like the episodes that we bring to you guys, and that's mainly it. So to the next time, you guys know the vibe. Stay up, stay blessed. Peace.
Peace.